evening or good morning, because most of y'all are probably going to watch this at a different time. Welcome to the Miss Best Reviews channel. I am Mrs. Best. I apologize to everybody. I am very late with going over these episodes, but better late than never. I was very, very busy with school, as well as my job and a few other things, but we are here. Let's get into this episode. This was the season finale. Not much happened. This will be fast. For those wondering where James is, James did have surgery, so he is recovering. So he's probably going to be missing for a couple of weeks, but I have seen him floating around YouTube and have texted him. So I hope that he is doing well, and we're just going to continue to lift him up. But let's get into this episode, which I just noticed I didn't even put the title of the episode in there, but y'all know it's the season finale. I think it was Threesome 2-1 Goofy. I was annoyed, but the morning after the altercation between Jackie and Chantel happens, and I've seen the interviews with Chantel in recent times, some times gone by. She did an interview with Carlos King. She's saying her mama didn't connect. She says she sees the error in her ways and all these things. I don't know. It just seems like she's looking for a bunch of different excuses to explain how horrible she was this season. Like, I need everyone to remember that your trauma is never going to be an excuse to just go treating people like crap. But everybody's gone back to LA. So Ty and Evelyn and Jennifer, they end up meeting, which kind of threw me off because I was like, why the hell is Jennifer meeting up somewhere with Evelyn? But I guess they realize nobody cares about their beef and they've moved on. But Ty is feeling bad that she suggested for Jackie and Chantel to talk, because she feels like her suggesting those two to talk is what caused them to get into an altercation. Honestly, if anybody should feel bad for contributing to Jackie and her daughter's issues, I would say it should be Brittany, Denise. I would definitely say Brittany and Denise the most, because you can support people without getting in their business, and I felt like they did a bad job at that. But Jennifer seems to be the only person acknowledging that they only have one side of things. They didn't see Jackie. The only person who came to talk after the altercation was Chantel, and all she said was she took off on me. So I'm like, thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer be stupid with men, but sometimes she does make sense with her friends. I'll give her that. Moving forward, we see Brittany and Denise call Chantel. They're talking about the big three is a real sisterhood. This is not a big three. Three is actually my lucky number, and they piss me off with this foolery, because all three of them, they're the three dingbats. Something's wrong with them. Something's wrong with them. You could tell that these are no shade. Chantel married up. Brittany's only relevant because of who she slept with and the numbers of bodies. And I'm still trying to figure out who the hell Denise is. I don't understand why she's there. I don't think she knows why she's there. So whatever it is, we know that Chantel's going to play the victim as she's done all season. So fast forward to LA, we see Jackie burning some sage. And when I saw her in this condo, it reminded me of the beginning of the season, where we learned that Jackie and Chantel actually stay in the same building, which is crazy to be beefing with somebody who lives in the same building as you. You beefing with your neighbor. But Jennifer goes and checks on Jackie. I was cracking up because Jackie did apologize for telling Jennifer she has a long face, which she does. But for some reason, Jennifer does attempt to talk to Jackie about the altercation, even though she's made it clear episode after flipping episode that she does not and will not talk about her family or her daughter no more with this group, which I think is fair. Jackie's family, as quiet as it's kept, I always say she's been carrying this show on her back. Jackie and her family drama has been showcased on this show really since the beginning. She came on, her mom was sick, then her mom passed away, then we had the issues with her daughters. Like, I wouldn't want to talk to them about it no more either. I can't blame her. I think that's the best thing to do. But Jackie refuses to talk about that. And then Jennifer brings up her movie event, which I really didn't. I'm not saying that Jen doesn't have talent and shouldn't make movies, but I feel like she's been making a movie for seasons. Like, when is it coming out? I know movies take time, but it just seems like hers are taking more time. Now, Jackie seems to think that Brandy and Ming have been hanging out. Jackie is feeling a way towards Brandy because Brandy did kind of do the okey doke. Like, Brandy is trying to be in the middle, but I do feel like at some point, Brandy and Jackie, like, they were up and down, but they just really not cool at all. And I think it is because of how Brandy was acting. She was kind of flip-floppy with the situation with Jackie and Chantel. That's why it's best to just stay out of people's business. And it's so strange to me that a cast full of Black people can't understand how to stay the hell out of each other's business, especially when it comes to like mother-daughter relationships and things like that. Like, you just don't get involved. You just don't. But Jackie done told Jennifer that she think Brandy and Ming is running around LA having threesomes together. I said, I see what you're doing, Jackie. It was too little too late because this was the season finale, but I saw what she was doing. Jackie knows what to do when she's on TV. She's going to do whatever she can to get the focus off of her and make these other bitches work for their checks. And I can't blame her. I cannot, because everybody wants to talk about her and her child, but we haven't seen anything. Last season, Evelyn had these jumpsuits. We haven't even seen Evelyn show any of her jumpsuits, really. So I'm over it. Now, Jennifer's movie screening comes and a bunch of the women were invited with the exception of Evelyn. Jackie does arrive because she is starring in the movie, but she left as soon as the women asked her about her daughter. But I was cracking up because I said I knew Jackie was going to leave. But why did Jackie text Jennifer talking about, I got the flu? It got me. Jackie, don't nobody catch the flu that quick. Like, I wish that Jackie would just say, fuck it. And just admit, like, I don't want to talk about my daughter. I'm not going to do it. If y'all won't listen to me, then I'm going to dismiss myself until you learn. I don't understand why she don't just tell them that. Jackie is a lot, y'all. Jackie is truly a lot. Not the threesomes, though. I wouldn't put it past them, though. I really wouldn't. Now, the movie is called Shattered. I can't judge the movie. Like, as much as I would love to talk shit or say something great, I can't judge the movie. Jennifer gave us the shortest, I don't know if that was a trailer. I can't even call it a scene. Jennifer gave us all of maybe 15 to 21 seconds of that movie. She put together a whole party for a 20-second clip. I cannot. Hi, Mrs. Moncrief. She said, well, alive with a fellow night owl. By the way, Jackie hit Chantel like a mama who smoked Newports with a fanny pack. I can't. Mrs. Moncrief, you got my husband chuckling in the background. I'm cracking up. I am not normally up this late. I actually just finished writing a paper, so I was like, I've been busy all week. I am way behind with YouTube, but I've been wanting to come on YouTube. It's not enough hours in the day. Normally, my ass is in bed by 9 o'clock. But I am in the bed. That's why the camera's off. But you know, it's Saturday, so I'm usually up on Saturdays. I had a good day. I hope everybody here had a good day also. I really do. But the movie's called Shattered. I'm not going to judge it yet. I don't know where we're going to see it. She says it's her first motion picture. So, y'all, I don't know. My degree's in psychology. I don't know nothing about acting or any of that. I believe motion picture means it's going to go to theaters, right? And not to Tubi or one of the apps. That's what I thought. But we don't know. We'll see. Jennifer been working on this movie since 1999. Hell, we'll see. But Ming and Ty get into it at this event. And I guess Ty is tired of Ming. At first, I was like, I don't really care for the Ty and Ming beef. But then I kind of do. Because I appreciated how Ty checked the hell out of Ming. Because no shade to Ming. I don't have anything against her. I really don't know much about her outside of this show. I just always see her with like other relevant celebrities and things of that nature. She's well connected. But I haven't liked Ming on Basketball Wives. I felt like she was messy. She was catty. It was childish. Like the way she moved, like in real life, those are kind of the type of bitches I would avoid. She moves a little funky. She just seems messy. Like the whole Brandy beef at the beginning. You did all of that. Made beef with a whole nother woman, got her cooking and all of that just for you and Ty to not work out. Like, what was the point? So that's my beef with Ming. But Ty called Ming a side chick. And Ming made a comment about Ty, talking about all you care about is protecting your reputation. And Ty said, fuck the reputation, you a hoe. I said, oh, what happened? Like, that escalated quickly. Like, Ty, I guess Ty feels like she's a relationship type of gal, which I can understand. But Ty, if you consider yourself to be a lesbian that only wants to date women, why do you insist on every woman that you date being a woman that seem to only want to date women after a man done hurt them or put a baby in them? I'm just saying, it looks a little weird. So Ty does kind of have a type, but honestly, Ming, you talking about you don't got a man, but you got a tattoo of a man's name on you and all of that. It's weird. Like, she's too old and successful to be acting this way. So I want Ming to do better, but we know she won't. Pretty much these people acted a fool at Jennifer's motion picture, but there was only 21 seconds of something to watch. So they got what they got. Now, next thing we get is Brandy, Evelyn, and Ming meeting up. And this is where I guess Evelyn decides to inform them that there was a rumor about a threesome happening with Ming and Brandy. Brandy laughed it off because I think Brandy knows what to expect from Jackie. Like, Brandy and Jackie have done this dance before. Brandy knows when Jackie don't want to talk about herself or she irritated with you or just for no reason at all, Jackie gonna start some shit. So I kind of looked at Brandy like, okay, she laughed. Now Ming got mad, and that's when, I don't know, tell me if it was me, whether you watch it now, whether you watching later. Shout out to our replay gang. But I felt like, did y'all do something together? Because why was Ming so animated and mad? To me, the more animated and defensive somebody gets, it's like, okay, you did it. But if you did, so what? Like, we already know that Ming date women. And Brandy done shaved her head off and is exploring, and her husband's dated with 394 women. So it's I wouldn't care if they did sleep together. But the way Ming was acting, I'm like, hell, did y'all? Did you? I mean, shit, what happened? Odd. Very odd. But Jennifer meets up with the three stooges, the three dingbats, famous for spreading it wide. And apparently, according to Miss Brittany Renner, the sometimes Muslim, she says that Jennifer is different from the rest of the OGs because she has attempted to mentor them and acts her age. Brittany, how you gonna insult the woman in the same sentiment as you trying to give her props? Basically, Jennifer not go. Let me tell you this: Jennifer's not gonna get in nobody's face. Jennifer don't do the most. Even when Jennifer yells, she just doesn't do the most. That's never been how she moves. So of course they gonna have and be able to get along with Jennifer easier than the other ladies because Jennifer's so busy covering up Christian's alleged schemes that she ain't got time. She don't have time. And I feel like also the fact that her husband is in their age range, maybe that does play a little part. I'm just saying it has to play some type of a part. But Jennifer tells the ladies about Jackie and Chantel, and I don't know. Chantel basically says, my mom may make y'all think her marriage is perfect, but it's not. And I'm like, Chantel, where's your husband? It's weird as fuck that she's commenting on her parents' marriage. Like, do you want your parents to get a divorce? Like, I get that you mad at your mama, but like, do you want your parents to get a divorce? We will never understand the dynamic of our parents' relationships, whether they're still together or broken up. Like, it's separate. The same way once we become parents, like, kids think they know, and they know to a certain extent, and they grow, but they don't really know. No one really knows except the people who are in that relationship. So yeah, Chantel knows stuff, but I'm just like, girl, nobody assumes that Jackie's marriage is perfect. People have been thinking the marriage is fractured since we've seen Jackie. She was fighting on the basketball court whenever somebody would foul Doug. And then she came on this show and is still having a wedding every year. And her reason for it is that we can't get a divorce or acknowledge our problems if we're too busy planning a wedding every year. So we know that there's some cracks in that marriage just based on that. Because if you got to constantly be planning a wedding just to be able to stay together without error, then maybe you niggas ain't meant for each other. I'm just saying. That's just how I feel. But Chantel be like trying to drop bombs and throw shade at her own mama and her daddy unintentionally. And I would love to ask Chantel too. While you busy trying to turn everybody against your mama on a platform that you don't have to be on, that's always been hers, why is Doug not to blame for any of your childhood wounds? I don't understand it. Like, Chantel irks me so much. She does, but we'll get into that some more at the end because she does have a whole little scene. We get to meet Ming's mom. And shout out to James again at Watch Your Mouth Reviews. The link to his channel is in the description of this video. He normally does these lives with me, but he did have surgery on his knees. So he is healing in a lot of pain. That is why he's not here, but we are going to lift him up. But Ming's mom flies in. Not sure from where. I didn't catch all of that. But I guess she wants to help Ty and Ming make peace with each other. Why the fuck is Ming's mama interested in helping her daughter make peace with a bitch that she not even dating no more, that she was only with for 9 months? Why is your mama getting involved in your relationships at any level at that age? I feel like once we're adults, our parents should not like be involved in our marriage and things like that. That's just something that bothers me, but I'm gonna move on from it. But I don't know. It was weird. Ming's mom was fun. She was fun. She was funny. I don't really have nothing negative to say. She was funny as hell, and I could tell she kept the bottle close. I loved Ming's mom. She seems just chill. But basically, when the mom was trying to get them to sort out their issues, Ty was like, your daughter ain't all innocent. And Ty told Mama Ming, she said, Ming be cheating. And her mama looked at Ming, and I about hollered and said, I know. So you a freaky type of bitch, huh? I said, not you saying that to your daughter. What is happening? I cannot. But I was like, just the way her mom was goofy. I just can't. I just can't with Ming. But Ming also has an event that everybody arrives to after Jennifer's event. Everybody arrived. Of course, you know, Jackie did not go, which I was actually glad about. I feel like Jackie just needs to stop showing up with this group. Personally, I don't think Jackie's the best parent, not because of the things that have been said or because of Takari's book, but because of how she handled what was going on with Takari's son, and just the simple fact that she's willing to come around women prior to this season. The way Evelyn came for her motherhood, the way these women have attacked her family and stuff prior on the show, the check couldn't have been worth it because Doug got jobs. So there's obviously something wrong with the family, is what I will say. But Brandy confronts Jennifer because Brandy is pissed off at Jennifer for spreading a lie that Jackie told about this threesome, which again makes me think maybe they did have a threesome, because now Brandy's mad at somebody. Why the fuck are y'all mad? If somebody's like, oh, Mrs. Best, you had a threesome. Okay. Am I supposed to be angry? Oh, all right. And there's people out there eating booty. To me, that's way worse than a threesome. That's way worse than a threesome and lacks sanitation. That's just my opinion. So I'm looking at them like, y'all obviously had a threesome. Brandy's now suddenly talking about she's trying to work things out with her husband, which I thought that she was leaving him, because usually when a woman moves out, shaves her head, and start looking at her man with disgust, that means she done, but I guess she wasn't. Or maybe she's like, I'm going to stay with him, but I'm going to cheat with hella bitches. I don't know, but it's stupid. Jennifer does apologize, but Jennifer also made a good point. She was like, it's Jackie. Like, are we really taking this shit that seriously? Like, it's wacky Jackie. We don't take Jackie seriously entirely. But the next people to talk is Brittany and Evelyn. Let me tell you this, Brittany, when it comes to Evelyn, you met the right one. I don't care for Evelyn on this show no more. I really don't care for Evelyn at all. Like, I don't mind her and her little daughter's podcast. I don't think it's the good thing for them. It's not making them look the best in every circumstance, but I don't mind it. I don't care to see Evelyn on reality TV anymore. It's not fun when you know it's never going to, we know what we're going to get with her. It's always the same stuff. But I am glad that she's here for the sake of checking Brittany Renner, because I feel like Evelyn's the only one that Brittany kind of, she like to bark loud at people, but when it comes to Evelyn, she kind of calms down just a little bit. So Brittany be knowing who to act the fool with and who not. But they try to talk, and Evelyn's like, okay, well, what did I do to you? Which was nothing. Brittany literally has a beef with Evelyn. I don't know why this time. And Britt's response is, you just give fake energy. And Evelyn's like, how? Like, elaborate. You can't just be out here like you a fake bitch. Okay, what did I do to make you think or feel that I am a fake bitch? You people love to be out here calling people names and making assertions and saying shit. But then when you ask them a question, they can't back the shit up. If you feel I'm fake, list why, stupid bitch. If not, then shut up. But Brittany, of course, cannot list the reason that she thinks Evelyn is fake and starts calling Evelyn out her name and acting a fool while she's in a hijab. And Evelyn called out her spiritual journey again and reminded Brittany that she is always calling people out about their shit. But then when somebody call her out about her stuff, she don't like that. So Brittany claims she cannot take Evelyn seriously because she's 50 and on OnlyFans. Brittany, you still haven't told us what Evelyn did to you. Why are you so angry with these women? You say you're angry at Jackie because she reminds you of your mama who screwed you over with money. But prior to that, you seemed to adore your mama when you was here last time. Now she's terrible because she played with some of your money. But like, what did Evelyn do? How come you're not in a hijab anymore? Aren't you going to get back with Kevin Gates now that Drika left him for marrying your dumb ass? What's going on, Brittany? But she's been on this show all season screaming and hollering about how Chantel needs protection, and we ain't seen shit from her. Not the kid, not her mama, not her working a job. She ain't promo not one fucking product. She was just here hollering with that vein in her neck. I can't with Brittany Renner. I just cannot. I can't. But we get to the end of the show, y'all. And the end of the show is basically Chantel saying that she takes accountability for her part in things with her mother. It's not your part. You are the part. I'm not negating Chantel's feelings and what went on in her childhood because, as she said, nobody knows what it's like to have Jackie Christie as a mother except for her. And I don't put it past her that it was difficult to have Jackie as a mom. However, she also made us seem like her during her time on the show, not just this season, but in prior seasons, like Jackie's mom was the one who primarily raised her. We also are learning that Jackie has some issues with her own mom and ended up in foster care. So it looks like it just may be like generational foolery. I wish this family the best. I really do. But Chantel has to understand your mom is only responsible for taking accountability for your childhood. If she does that, because a lot of Black parents don't. However, as for it relates to what happened on this season of the show, her mama don't need to apologize for shit. Chantel is solely wrong, in my opinion. You can feel a way about people, but you don't come. This is not the way to do it, whether on TV or not, even if they weren't on TV. If Chantel behaved like this with her family, like there's no way to make peace. At some point, you have to not, you get tired of fighting. And it just seems like Chantel just wants to humiliate them and is never tired of fighting. Like, if you don't like your mama that fucking much, then don't come on her TV show. I don't understand. Your husband's in the NBA. My husband's not rich. He's not a ball player, right? But he'll take care of me and have me if I don't have a check. So it's like, Chantel, what's really going on? You don't need to be here. You have your kids. You say you getting your baby into modeling and stuff. Like, it doesn't make sense to be here. She took zero accountability. Now she's trying to say the hit didn't connect, even though people have literally recorded that in slow-mo. There are still shots of Jackie connected as she talked about the hit didn't connect. I said, Chantel, stop. It's unfortunate. I don't want her to come back to the show. I think the real villain and the true criminal person is Shawnee, because really anybody working on production, shame on them, because to even allow this is not okay. But I hope from this season that everybody can just learn, like, it's important to mind our Black-owned business. It's important to mind the business that is ours, because if you don't mind your business and you end up in some bullshit, or you could potentially disrupt or interrupt the relationships that people have that matter to them, and that's not good. So that irked me. Like, yes, this season was watched because We wanted to see, like, why the hell would Jackie snatch that little girl up? And as quiet as it's kept, I don't think many of us cared for Chantel in her previous stints on the show, but I don't want to see stuff like this on reality TV. Like, I just don't. So hopefully they figure it out. But I appreciate everybody for supporting my channel, listening to my little opinion. I'm just one small opinion. I know there are many out there. If this show comes back, we will recap it. If it doesn't, it's gone. Adios, sayonara, all that shit. But feel free, you guys, to drop comments even when this live ends. If you have suggestions that you would like to see myself or James recap, I'm going to head into my next live, which is, what the hell is my next live? The Valley on Bravo. And then I'm going to do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And then I'm going to do Housewives of Miami. And then I'm going to smoke a blunt because God is real. Other than that, I appreciate everybody. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you for the next live.